Hey everyone, how we doing? All right, another day in the Wilson Knife Shop coming at you from 4,200 feet in the hills of Oregon. Today we are talking about a new variation on the SS2, the Safe System 2 model. We got fresh, hot coffee. As you can see, that is steaming. That almost scares me. How hot that's going to be out of my Cracker Barrel mug, so you know it's going to be a good day. There you go. Okay, here's what we got going on with this. This knife started off, let me just show you what we're looking at here, and I'll try and keep this brief, unlike some of my videos that tend to go a little long, okay? This started out as a knife of the month about a month ago. And if you're not familiar with that, the knife of the month is basically where, as I'm working through orders and requests and all that kind of stuff, I just add an extra knife into the mix. Now the concept is, I work on this one kind of in my pastime. I get to have more creative control over it, but you get the opportunity to buy a knife you would really like to have without having to wait, the 6 to whatever, 7, 8 months, depending on what the actual current situation is and when you ordered. So it's kind of a win-win-win for everybody. You get what you want, you get it at a good price, you get something that's cool and unique because I get a little, creative input in it. But you also get to pick some of your finishes, colors, cord wrap, and so forth. So anyway, it's just kind of it's a cool situation in my opinion all the way around, and it seems to be responding well to, or to have been responded well to by, the folks that support me. So I appreciate that, number one. So what we did with this one is, this is an SS2. This is the same blade pattern or profile as the SS2, Kodiak edition, which is a different outdoor geared theme. This one has no saw teeth. It is also CPM 154 stainless steel at 60-61 for hardness. So primo range for that steel, excellent toughness, good edge holding and durability. It is just a good steel for this type of knife, and you're going to see the benefits on a knife like this of that steel. We also have the two-tone gun coat finish. This is now the shop standard gun coat, this flat gray. It looks good inside, outside in natural light. It has almost a metallic glow to it. It is really cool. I am very pleased. In the beginning, I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do and what direction I was going to go. Now I'm in love with it, and it looks different. Guys, if you want the same old Rambo knives that everybody's been doing for the last 40 years, this isn't the place to come. You're going to get a different looking product, and with the different designs, the gun coat and so forth, your Wilson knife is going to stand out from all the other knives that are following somebody else, okay? No disrespect to many knife makers out there. I'm not saying all knife makers are followers and so forth. Not my intention at all. Some of them are very good. Some of them are my friends, and some of them make knives. The important thing being here is we got kind of a different color scheme. The tan cord wrap. This has the so-called skull crusher pommel. Are we really crushing skulls, guys? I don't think so. But it sure does look cool, and it makes you feel tough when you hold the knife like this and you whip it out of the sheath. I mean, I'm very pleased with this model. So, this has an aluminum handle as opposed to the steel handle on the SS2 Kodiak. Reason for that is it shaves a little bit of weight. It makes the knife feel a little bit more alive in your hands for whatever purpose you're going to use it for. It gives it a little bit more liveliness that you may enjoy. So otherwise we have the same asymmetrical guard that we employ on most of my knives. This allows for plenty of protection on the edge side, and you are easily able to put your thumb on the spine, which I slightly crown on this model so that it's more comfortable for your thumb to rest there whenever using the knife for close-up work. Plenty of room to put your index finger into that choil and so forth. The guard is fully radius for comfort so that when you do this, it is not digging into the web of your hand there or any other part of your hand that you're using to hold the knife with when you choke up. As a rule, I don't sharpen the clip. It's ground reasonably thin. It would take a little more grinding to make it sharpenable, just because I don't usually do the sharpened clip unless it's by request, so I don't get anybody in trouble with laws. Different countries and different states have different laws about that, so unless you request it, that's not how it comes. It can always be ground back down and sharpened if that's what you desire. So anyhow, that's a quick note on lanyards. The way I tie these is so that the average person's hand, you can take and put your thumb in there like this, and then you simply twist up, and now you have it locked into your hand, okay? That's how it's designed to be used. If you don't like that, or you want a different style or a shorter or a longer lanyard, you're gonna have to take care of that on your own. I can't have custom lanyard orders going on, you know, so that's where we're at with that. Let's get on to the sheath, because it's a lot of fun. By the way, loving the two-tone pattern on this. What I do on this model to give it a little bit more visual pop is we take the grind up to a higher level of polish than on some of my other survival knives. It's got a nice, beautiful hollow grind that it looks really good, and this steel really rubs out well. So it gives a lot of visual flair to the knife, as opposed to just the utilitarian aspect of it all. Also, before I forget, even though this has the so-called skull crusher pommel on there, it also has the steel plate, so you get the best of both worlds. Aluminum butt cap, steel plate, and it's all, you know, capped off here with this pointed pommel here spike. So, very pleased. Now, let's get down to the even more fun part, which is the sheath. 1 second, please. Okay. If you've been following my updates via the website and Instagram and so forth, you know that I've made Kydex the standard sheath material going forward. I didn't want to do a price increase. I've been fighting it for years and eating the cost for years as things have gone up, and I have kept my prices very much the same. On a few models that are really extravagant, it's gone up a bit. But in lieu of a price increase across the board, leather sheaths are now an add-on. Kydex is now the standard. But guys, these don't have to be plain Jane Kydex sheaths. I am very, very pleased with this. The nice thing is, this may look like a lot is going on here, but all of this can be taken off and stripped back down to a bare bones Kydex sheath to make it, you know, more streamlined, lighter, thinner, whatever it is you want to do. Or you can have it like this and be fully loaded. So we have our camo Kydex going on here, which I love. This stuff is great. Really, the visual impact is really cool of this camo Kydex. We have a webbing strap here, the rubber coated nylon webbing with the strap, the line 24 snap on there. So this probably isn't really necessary. I'm not going to put the knife in there because frankly Kydex scares me to death with as far as scratches go. I go to insane lengths while I'm making these sheaths to make sure that after literally 25 to 30 insertions and extractions of the knife, it leaves no mark. But I want it to get to my clients in unused condition. When they put it in, whatever happens is going to happen, but these things are clean whenever I finish with them. So I'm not going to put it in there for the thing. But it clicks, you can see here, the way this is designed, it locks around the guard. It clicks in there good. You do not really need secondary retention unless you're doing something, you know, I don't know what you would need it for, but if you want it, you got it. We have the pouch on here. Now, the tin comes right out. This is an empty tin. You can put whatever you want in there. But with the pouch, what we did here is a hybrid Kydex leather mix. The body of the pouch, and I'm sure people have done this. I'm not trying to claim credit or that I invented this or whatever else, but I don't see it very commonly done, and I kind of like it. So again, this isn't about me. It's about the product we have going on here. Kydex pouch, so now unlike the leather, it's not going to get beat up and squished. This is going to be a lot more durable if you're taking it around and beating around the bush or whatever else. We have a leather strap for it, flap for it, because obviously Kydex isn't flexible enough for that purpose. So that can be taken on and off of the sheath if you'd like. We also have on the side here a ferro rod handle with ferro rod. So this is for striking fires, if you don't know. And we have a custom machined aluminum handle that is gun coated to match the primary knife. So we have a theme going on here, and everything, you know, kind of flows without sticking out too much. When you're done with that, you simply take it, boom, boom. Now, one of the things I like about modular sheaths is, or one of the things I should say I don't like, is having to take off all my gear to put it on, whether it's on my belt, whether it's on my webbing belt, duty belt, whatever. I've had all those things, and I hate gear that I have to take it all apart for. So what we do on this one, we have a lift the dot snap on the back here. So you simply raise this up, and you can put this all on your gear without having to take everything off. When it gets clipped back down, it's not going anywhere, guys. That is the beauty of those lift the dot snaps. They only release straight out in one direction. They will not rip out from the side. They're specially designed for that purpose. You can hear that securely clip on there. So, and again, all this stuff can be taken off. If you don't like this, I do space these so that you can put tech locks or other things on there. I use, accepted standardized spacing for a lot of this stuff to make it easier and to give you more options. So that's what we got going on there. This all goes right back in there. Boom. And we're going to go ahead and put this, if I can keep it all together. Bada bing, bada boom. That is the sheath. That is the SSII Elite. These will be available for order. I'm going to get this updated on the website soon. Guys, I've got a lot of stuff going on. Some of it you're probably aware of, some of it you aren't. As far as the business side of all this, we got a lot of good stuff coming. So I appreciate your support. Thank you for all that you do. And if you got any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. Stay safe.